Hey Shivam.
Hello, sir. Thank you for inviting me and giving me an opportunity for this interview.
You are welcome. Well, I went through your resume and got to know that you have some experience in financial planning and analysis domain, which you did from Flipkart, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So can you briefly walk me through your experience about what you exactly did in that 15 months program of industrial training?
क्यों नहीं?
Some important information at the end of this video, so do watch this video till the end.
तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं.
So, sharing my personal experience, I was associated with Flipkart in Central Financial Planning and Analysis team, which is commonly known as Central FP&A, where one gets brief exposure regarding planning and forecasting the whole income statement, which starts from gross merchandise value, which is GMV, then there is revenue, then there is contribution margin, then there is EBITDA, which is earning before interest, taxes, depreciation and amortization, and finally comes the bottom line, which is profit.
सबके सिलेबस में एक सब्जेक्ट कॉमन होता है, प्रॉफिट, और वो मेरा फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट है.
We also used to forecast the capital expenditure and the working capital as they were related to our day-to-day operations. The horizon of forecasting can be weekly, monthly, annually. It depends upon the company and the sector you are in. In Flipkart, we used to do it on a weekly basis. Also, we used to prepare 3 years, 5 years and 10 years model so we can get a greater horizon of the future, and we used to build this by taking into consideration specific assumption and also taking into consideration the overall growth trajectory of the industry and other factors. Annual operating plan, which is commonly known as AOP, is the budget for the next year, which is prepared at the end of the previous year. उसका वर्किंग्स हम 2 to 3 months पहले ही शुरू करते थे before the end of the previous year because it was subject to a lot of approvals. I was a part of CEO's organization team since I was in Central FP&A.
Oh my God! Wow!
We used to analyze and report to the CFO on a weekly basis any flux between the actual data vis-a-vis the AOP and the forecasted data. That is simply AOP, which is a budget versus the actuals versus the forecast. These numbers were looked by the CFO very closely and we used to discuss the reasons for the variance occurred. Since Flipkart's parent company is Walmart, which is world's biggest retailers and among the largest corporations in the world, our team used to closely work with Walmart. Also, we used to analyze the monthly data, that is, forecast of a particular month versus the actuals of the particular month versus the budget of the particular month. And if there is any major delta between these three, then we used to report it to the CFO as well as to the Walmart's team. Our team used to prepare PPTs, that is PowerPoint presentations of a particular month's performance, and we used to create the scorecard regarding the achievements of various metrics. Example, revenue achievement, EBITDA achievement, etc. Since Myntra and ClearTrip were the subsidiaries of Flipkart, we used to collate the data from the respective teams of Myntra and ClearTrip and consolidate the same with the numbers of Flipkart, and we used to flash the same to the leaders, that is the CFOs and the CEOs. Our team was responsible for looking at the reporting of the financial numbers in the quarterly board deck, which is commonly known as QBR. Being in Central FP&A team in Flipkart is a privilege as you get to network with all the business finance team of Flipkart.
अरे कहना क्या चाहते हो?
Chill, I'll give an example so it will clear what is business finance department and what it actually does. In a huge organization, the business finance teams are either classified as geography wise or product wise. Flipkart, being a huge organization, have their business finance teams categorized as product wise. For example, there were mobile department, so mobile department would be having mobile business finance team. There was electronic business finance team, there was home decor business finance team, etc. And so basically these teams do the same work as the normal FP&A team does, but the same is restricted either geography wise or product wise. Example of geography wise business finance team can be a huge MNC bank having presence overall the globe. The departments can be Asia Pacific, or you can say EMEA, or you can say Latin America, North America. So these can be the geographies which they will cater to, and they will have different business finance team for all of these regions. Our team was responsible for preparation of this performance evaluation tracker, which is known as PET, which used to calculate the accuracy of the forecast given by each business finance team of Flipkart vis-a-vis the actuals, and we used to rate them accordingly by taking into consideration various financial metrics. And finally, we used to analyze the metrics and suggest them suitable improvements on the same. This kept a healthy competition between the business finance team of Flipkart, as this performance evaluation tracker was reviewed by our CFO on a monthly basis. I was lucky enough to get the overview of the IPO process, as Flipkart was planning for an IPO in the US stock exchange. Our team got the special project to analyze the stocks listed on NYSE and NASDAQ, which are close competitors of Flipkart, including Walmart, Amazon, Mercado de Libre, C Group, JD.com, and many more. Though Walmart is the parent company of Flipkart and not the competitor, but we used to still track them as they were in the same line of business.
We used to closely look at the presentation part of how much financial data as well as non-financial data is being provided quarterly as well as annually by these listed peers, as we would also have to follow the same practices once Flipkart gets listed. Also, we used to analyze the key performance indicators these companies used to track in their business. We used to read all the transcripts of investor presentation of each company we used to track and quickly summarize the same. So we are ready with the executive summary which we used to present to our CEOs and the CFOs.
Working in Flipkart was fun, as our managers were super supportive and friendly at the same time, even during the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak.
यही बातें तो बाद में याद आती हैं।
So finally, this brings the end to the first part of this video. I'll be talking on the roles offered by various companies to the industrial trainees, including treasury, internal audit, risk management, investment banking, and credit risk, etc. So stay tuned to this channel, and if you liked my content, do hit that like button and do comment if you have any queries regarding industrial training. One special request to each and every article assistant looking at this video. Do share this video in your Articleship firms group and classes group, cause it will help each and every article assistant to know the perks of industrial training and getting a good brand name in your resume, as it will help you to get your dream job in your dream company.
Oh God! एक बार दिला दे.
Recently, ICAI conducted campus placement for fresh chartered accountants. In Mumbai, total 3,000 chartered accountants registered for the same, and there was a vacancy of 1,500 chartered accountants in the industry. There was a huge on the supply side, and getting a dream job in your dream company was a task. But luckily, having a good brand name in your resume helped me to crack each and every interview.
जोर-जोर से बोल के लोगों को स्कीमें बता दे।
So, my humble request to you guys, if you are willing to opt for industrial training, go for it, as brand name do matter in your resume in the longer run and also in the shorter run. Life is all about taking risks. If you never take that risk, you will never know what you are actually capable of.